Hello and welcome back. Oh, we got sheep. Hello and welcome back to episode 2 of creating your own note block songs in survival Minecraft. My name is MoatsArt and today we are going to cover tuning up your notes for melody as well as rhythm. Yes, we are combining two topics in one episode today. So, as a quick review, just a reminder, when you place down a note block, if you right-click, it will increase the pitch by a semitone. Now, you can do this by ear, or you can do it by looking at the reference page. I will post in the link. There will be a link in the description below to the reference page to know which notes on a piano are how many clicks in Minecraft. Now, as an example today, we will be using the song Jingle Bells, since it was recently Christmas, and I just so happen to have created this on the Mumbo Jumbo Patreon server. I will be using this as a reference for today. So, to begin, we will have to tune up our first note. Now, there's a couple ways to do this. So we can do this by looking at the sheet music and seeing that our first note is an E. That's my piano next to me. So we can tune it by ear, thinking la for jingle bells. There it is. Jing. So we have the first note. There is the first note to jingle bells right there. That is an E. So if we give it a space, we can put down the next note. And it's the same note. Jingle bells. So we can do it based on the number of clicks. So we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There is an E. And if you look at the reference page, you'll be able to see that that is correct. 10 clicks will get you the note E in music. Now, since the first 7 notes of Jingle Bells are exactly the same, I've gone ahead and tuned up the next 4. So it goes. Then we need the next note. You can sing it to yourself. Jingle. That goes up to a G. So we'll have to tune that up. That is going to be 13 clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh. Sorry, I had to check myself there. I thought I made a mistake. But no, we are at 13 clicks for the note G. And if you didn't know that the next note was a C or 6 clicks, you could tune it up by ear. Like I showed you earlier, we have... There it is. So I just did those 2 by ear. If you aren't that good with hearing the notes by your ears, then you should learn to read music. There's a couple of great links online. I'll put a couple of those in the description so you guys can check it out. It's not that hard to learn to read basic notes, so give it a try. It's a lot of fun, and you'll be able to work around the piano and explore other options. So now that we have all the notes laid out, let's just double check this. All right, it is time to set up our rhythm. Now, to control our rhythm, we will be using delays in redstone signals, and therefore we are going to need some repeaters. Yes, these are going to control the duration and the delay between each of the notes. Now, if you aren't familiar with repeaters, I'm just going to give you a quick crash course, and there will be a link in the description for a more in-depth look at repeaters. But basically, with no repeater, the signal will transfer basically instantaneously. With a repeater, the delay will be set to 1 redstone tick. If you right-click on a repeater, it will change the delay duration. So this is set to 1 tick delay, 2 ticks, 3 ticks, 4 ticks. So as you can see, we have no delay here. We have 1 tick delay, 2 tick delay, 3 tick delay, 4 tick delay. So if we hit this button, you can see that this one fires first and goes down the line with just a short delay in between each of them. Now, instead of setting up some sort of crazy time delay system such as this, where this note takes 2 ticks to fire, this one takes 2 ticks after that, which would be 4, 2 ticks later, etc., all the way down, which would still sound correct. This would take up way too much space and is way too complicated for what we're going to be doing. So before you freak out, don't worry about it. We're going to show you the simple way to do it, which is actually much more space saving, which is what you're going to need for survival note blocks, since you won't be flying around listening to your songs in the air. So for simplicity, we are going to just string all of these notes together, one right after the other, with a short delay in between each of the blocks. This is going to make it much simpler to keep track of our rhythm, as well as compact our space here. So let's begin with our trigger right there, which is going to lead into the block. And we are going to string all of these notes together with repeaters. Change that note. We'll have to fix that in a second. There we go. So we have to find the wrong note. There it is. See, I can just check those notes by left clicking and make sure they're the same. Now if we give this a go, we're going to see the line go through each and every note block all the way to the end. And as you can hear, the rhythm is completely wrong because we haven't set any of the delays. Now to get a better sense of delays and rhythms, I'm going to show you this as a visual representation, and right next to it I will put on the screen the equivalent in music notation. We have our 4-tick delay, our 2-tick delays, and our 1-tick delays, and they're all equivalent to each other, just set out in different repeaters. Now, since we can't get any shorter than a 1-tick delay, I am going to start with our shortest note in the song, which just so happens to be this note right here. And we are going to base the rest of those notes off of this duration of 1 tick. You'll see that if we delay all of these notes by an extra tick, it will slow the entire song down. Now that speed is a lot closer to the song, so I'm going to leave most of the notes just like that. As I said before, this note is our shortest note, so the rhythm for this note is going to be determined by the repeater after it. That's going to be this repeater right here. So since this has to be shorter than the rest of the song, we're going to put that back at 1 delay, leave all of these at 2. Now, since we've determined that we're using a 1-tick delay as our smallest duration, which is considered a 16th note in this song, we are going to determine that the 8th notes in this song are going to be a 2-tick delay. The quarter notes in this song are going to be a 4-tick delay, and a dotted 8th note will be a 3-tick delay. So we have 8th note. This one needs to be a quarter note, so we're going to extend it to 4 ticks. 8th note, quarter note, 8th note, dotted 8th note, 16th note, and quarter note. Now, since this is the last note in our song, it doesn't need a repeater after it because there's nothing going to be delayed before the next note, since there is no other note. So let's give this a listen. And that is the basics of rhythm that we're going to cover today. We'll be getting more into advanced rhythmic considerations later in the series, so please hit that like button and subscribe to be able to keep up to date on those future episodes. We'll also be featuring a showcase of all the note block creations I've made on the Mumbo Jumbo Patreon server, as well as some note block tutorials. So keep up to date. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.